Hello friends, this is Rushali Patil, lecturer in computer engineering at Government Polytechnic Mumbai. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the basics of data structure. After watching this video, learners will be able to define data structure, describe categories of data structure, enlist operations that can be performed on data structure, and identify real-life applications of data structure. Today we'll see definition, need of data structure, classification, operations on data structure, and applications. Now let's see what are the prerequisites for today's video. Prerequisites are nothing but the basic concepts that you need to know before studying any new concept. So before watching today's video, you need to know about data, information, entity, and attribute. Data items are nothing but the values or set of values. Entity is a real world object that has some existence. For example, student. Student can be an entity, and roll number, name, address, or marks, these are the data values for that student. These data values are also called as attributes. Attributes are the properties that differentiate one student from other. For example, roll number. All the students have unique roll number. Means that roll number is an attribute of student that differentiate them from each other. Now what is information? Information is a processed data. We gather data values or we gather attribute to store information about any entity. But unless we process that data, those data values are useless. So processed data is called as information. Processing means to store data in a computer system, to manipulate data, and so on. Now let's see what is meant by data structure. As we know, in computer system, we can store and organize data by using different ways. So data structure is one of the ways of storing data in a computer system. It also defines a mechanism to retrieve that stored data. Now let's continue with the previous example of student. Student is an entity which has ID, that is roll number, name, address, age, gender. So these are the attributes of student. Here name and address can be subdivided into another values. Like name is subdivided into first name, middle name, and last name. Address can be divided into street and area. So name and address here are the group items, and ID, age, gender, which cannot be subdivided into subcategories. These are called as elementary items. So now how we can store this student data by using data structure? We can use any file, or we can use database to store this data. So file or database, these are nothing but the logical ways, logical structure which is used to store data. Now let's see what is the need of using data structure in a computer system. As we know, data structure is a logical or mathematical model of data organization. Means it is used to store data, it is used to organize data into computer system. Another advantage of data structure, or we can say the need of data structure, is to reduce the space and time complexities of different tasks. Since using data structure we can store data in an organized way, it takes less space to store, and also it takes less time to retrieve or to process data. Data structure is also needed to organize data elements in terms of some relationship. That is, by using data structure, we can describe the relationships among different data elements. Now come to the reflection spot. How data can be organized in a computer system. So this is your today's question. You take some pause and write down answer in your diary. Then we will continue with our discussion. I think you are finished with the task. Now what is next? Classification. Classification of data structure. Data structure is broadly classified into two types: primitive data structure and non-primitive data structure. Primitive data structures are also called as basic data structure or built-in data types like integer, character, float, double, etc. These are the basic data types of any programming language. These basic data structures are used to allocate memory to the data members. In other hand, non-primitive data structures are called as derived data structure. They are based on the primitive data structure and they can be constructed by using primitive data structure. Non-primitive data structure again divided into two types: linear and non-linear. Under linear data structure we have array, stack, queue and linked list. Now why these data structures are called as linear data structures? These are called as linear because data elements are stored in a sequential manner or linearly, means all data items are linked or connected with each other by using some pointers or by using some links. We can retrieve data items sequentially, we can store data items sequentially in linear data structure. Means there is a sequential relationship between all the data items in linear type of data structure. In the other hand, in non-linear data structure, data items are mainly organized in a hierarchical way. They are linked to each other, they have relationships among them, but they are not stored linearly. That's why they are called as non-linear data structure. In computer system, we have two types of non-linear data structure: trees and graphs. So this is the classification of data structure. Now next is operations on data structure. We can perform different operations on data structure. These operations are used to manipulate data items that are stored in data structure. First operation is traversing. Traversing means to visit each data item in a data structure at least once in order to perform some operation like searching or sorting. Searching means to find out the element in a data structure, whether that element is present in that data structure or not. Insertion of new element, deletion of existing element, sorting element. Sorting means to arrange data items in a data structure in some way, either in ascending order or in descending order. And the last operation that can be performed on data structure is merging. Merging means concatenation of more than one data structure. Now let's see the applications of data structure. As we know, data structure play an important role in organizing information. It can be used in real life applications also, such as job scheduling or process scheduling in computer system. A linear data structure queue is used for job scheduling in computer system. In multiprocessor system, where there are number of processes running concurrently in a computer system, queue can be used to arrange these processes in some way, and by using that queue data structure we can allocate CPU time to all the processes running parallelly. Describe maps of different cities or countries. Country consists of different states, states consist of different cities. So by using graph data structure we can describe the map, we can show how different cities or how different states, how different countries are connected to each other. We can show directions also by using graph data structure. List of songs in music player is again another real life applications of data structure. List of songs can be implemented by using linked list, like all songs are connected to each other and we can move forward and backward by playing these songs. Representation and manipulation of polynomial expressions, this is again another application of data structure. We can represent polynomial expression or we can perform different operation like addition, subtraction on that polynomial expression by using linked list data structure. Another application is backtracking. When we want to execute recursive algorithm, then backtracking can be performed by using stack data structure. So these are some of the real life applications of data structure. There are many more applications which can be implemented by using data structure. Thank you.